Everyone's got a story that shaped who they are today. Welcome to a brand new episode of Life Stories with Marianne, where we uncover journeys of purpose, resilience, and connection. Today, I'm talking to Munchie B. Welcome to the show. Tell us about your story. Where were you born, and what was it like growing up?
Well, I'm from Inglewood. Came straight from the hospital to Inglewood, and growing up, it was hot and cold. You know what I mean? Ain't no super hard knock story, but it's rough patches. You know what I mean? Two parent home. Uh, Although my dad is from the streets. Blood gang banger, like one of the originals when the blood thing first began. You know what I mean? The blood and the crippy. My mom from Missouri. Don't condone in the riffraff, you know what I mean? So I'll be wondering how you end up with my dad type, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, early on I was into sports, big on football. I thought that's what I was gonna do when I was younger, like, you know what I'm saying, growing up, I'm like, I'm gonna be a football player. You know what I mean? Me and my cousins was heavy into that. Music. My oldest brother, he not into the streets, went to college, he was into music, so that was my first role model I wanted to be like. And he had record music, so I used to want to rap. And then I got another brother that's my middle brother that's more to the streets. And at some point my attention shifted to what he got going on more so, and that more so had my attention. But overall, I say a cool household, kind of ghetto, but it was fun at the same time. Dad, gang, mom's not, typical.
Mm-hmm.
That's a part of going outside, fighting, you know what I'm saying? Can't leave that out, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, squabbles here and there. Yeah.
What was your name when you were born?
My name is Scary. It means soldier in Swahili. And yeah, that's my name. The nickname Munchie B came later. You know what I mean? But it was a Scary all the way up to probably 8th grade, 9th grade, and then people start calling me Munchie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Munchie pretty much a name I stole from my brother because that's his name, Munchie B, and just me being his little brother that called me Low Munchie. You know what I mean? So he got to go into jail so much, I kind of like took on the name and just took it over, and they just call me Munchie B now. The little then fell off and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my name is Scary.
What was school life like for you, like starting from elementary to any higher education?
In elementary, I thought I was a thug in elementary. I thought, cause my dad and my uncles, they from the east side, they blood, so I used to just bang what they bang. But I never did bad in school. Like my grades in side class was always good. It's just I messed up outside of class. That was my thing. But uh school all the way up, I was cool until maybe high school, and that's when the jail thing started. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't much school. It wasn't no prom. Ain't no winter formals, no homecoming dances or none of that. I didn't get to participate in none of them activities because the jail thing kicked in. But I mean, school for me, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? The girls are just nice going to school. Thanks to moms. Everything that was bad, I messed up outside of class.
Okay, so what career path did you choose, and what inspired you to go in that direction?
Well, I didn't took on the podcasting thing, the content thing, because I'm naturally like a leader. When I speak, people listen. You know what I mean? I got a way of getting my point across. I'm a good communicator. Despite what the females say, I communicate well. You feel me? But yeah, so I took on podcasting. You know what I mean? And see, to go back in third grade, like they asked like what everybody wanted to be when they grow up, and I was like, I want to be a news reporter. That's what I said. So when I came home and I told my mom like, yeah, I want to be a news reporter, she was all excited like, oh yeah, my baby want to be a news reporter. But see, as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the streets, I'm like, being a news reporter too close to telling. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? But then I start getting an itch and I start being, the content thing start getting my attention. And I'm like, this is the way I could still do what I was talking about in the third grade. And, you know what I'm saying? Without reporting crimes and all that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I got into the podcast thing. I met Alex Alonso 2016 when he interviewed me. The interview did well, did a couple 100,000. I told him what I was trying to do. We stayed in contact, and eventually we made it happen. You know what I mean? And I've been podcasting ever since. I've been street TV, doing my own thing on my own channel. Uh, no jumper. You know what I mean? So in between them three, I've been going up. You know what I mean?
Nice. And what's the main content that you talk about?
Well, it kind of shifted. I started Richard Hart over there with my co-host Mariah Hayes, and we was doing current events, interviewing rappers or somebody with a story, things like that. And it shifted. You know, with the internet thing, it's gonna come trolls and whatever, and I'll be finding myself in back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get away from the back and forth, but you know what I mean? They don't know my tug is my gun, I get action, you know what I'm saying? I'm good with it. So I've been having to slay a couple people, but I'm gonna say my main content is current events, keeping people posted on what's new, and so I've been doing reactions lately, you know what I'm saying? But you know, my thing, I'm about to try to stay away from the drama, stay disciplined, and ignore these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, what are some fun facts about you? Do you have like a favorite cuss word?
Fun facts. Fun facts. I'm a nerd. I like to look up stuff randomly. I'll be on Safari or I ask Alexa like what this word mean or just odd questions. Like you know what I'm saying. I like to. I'm an undercover nerd, and then man, I got this thing with this word stanky. I don't care if you're not stanky because I ain't just calling females bitch. So it'd be my girlfriend. Like, ain't your stanky ass up out of here. You feel me? But I know she ain't stanky, but I don't know why stanky. Even my daughter, like, you don't shut your stanky ass up. I know my daughter ain't stanky. It's just I don't know. It's just a stanky thing. But I get that's my word just to replace from being more disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, that'd be it though. And then
And you got any favorite foods or like secret hobbies?
favorite foods, seafood and Mexican food. I love seafood and Mexican food. And then hobby it went to content creating, and then although I ain't taking music as serious, when I'm bored I just go to the studio. I got a lot of music that I ain't even put out. You know what I mean? I just enjoy doing music. So you'll hear it in the intro. A lot of my podcasts, they be in the comments, when you drop that song. And it's like it's either I haven't put it out or it ain't coming out. I just enjoy doing music. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And are there any like particular things that make you laugh?
Make me laugh. Just being around people I'm comfortable with. You know what I mean? And that's how you know I'm comfortable with you if I can laugh with you. You know what I mean? Like if I'm around people I'm comfortable with, I'm laughing majority of the time. You know, a day without laughter, a day wasted. You know what I mean? So yeah, if I'm comfortable around you, more than likely, yeah, I'm gonna get some laughs in. So shit, being around people I'm comfortable around and I love, I get to laughing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you say there's a big life change that you went through that made you see the meaning of life or its value differently?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I was big into the streets at one point, you know what I mean? And I've been through a whole lot. Incarcerations, been in and out of jail, juvenile hall, camp, county jail, prison. I've been shot on 6 different occasions. And then, like, as people know, I got shot the most detrimental. I got shot in the temple, and it turned me blind. So, but like, always reference is a red cast because the first time I got shot, I was walking from school, me and some friends, and then I ended up getting shot, and they took me to the hospital. I had to end up getting a red cast. You know what I mean? I remember my mom was mad as hell. I had a red cast. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've been shot on 6 different occasions. So I guess the most detrimental time me getting shot that had me trying to think some things through, like how I'm gonna turn my negative to a positive, and that's why I started on the podcast thing for sure, cause I could tell my story. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Monetize at the same time, just turn my negative into a positive. But yeah, I done been through some things, 6 different occasions.
That's great.
Walking home from school, getting shot. Then me, my friend, and my homegirl walking down the street. They shoot me and her. They used to shoot me in the arm that time, but they shot her in the ass, the shoulder, and the finger. My other friend got away. Then the third time I was riding through the rivals, caught the rolling hundreds. I was driving over there up to no good. They ended up letting loose on my car, shot me up. I got shot, went to jail 2 days later, went to the penitentiary, got out, got shot 6 months later. That's when I got shot in the head, became oh, before that, before I went to jail, I got shot in Hollywood on Halloween with some friends. Then I got shot right through the rivals and went to jail 2 days later. Then I got out and got shot in the head, which everybody know about. And then after that, 7 years later after that, I got shot. I got shot in a robbery dispute. I ain't gonna say who's trying to rob who, but I got shot in the finger. Ended up going to jail that night. Was handcuffed to the gurney. Like it's been a lot with me, but I just have to you know what I mean, or wisen up and some people they bump their heads they bump their head a little bit more times than others, you know what I'm saying? To learn lessons, but you know what I mean, I have to learn from my own experiences basically, and I done pretty much I done got the hang of it now, and you know what I'm saying. I want to use the word learn my lesson, but I'm gonna just say I learned.
And it different changed the value or perspective on your life, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I appreciate life more, you know what I'm saying, and I think my words it hit a little more when I try to tell people to kick back on certain stuff. They know I've been through it, you know what I mean. But yeah, it changed me. It changed the way I look at things a whole lot. Cause I got 2 daughters, you know what I mean. So I gotta be here for my daughters also, you know what I mean. And then I gotta be a role model for them, you know. So if they see I'm out here going back and forth these jail messing up, they might think that's the cool thing for them to do, to be outside hanging out and taking risky, you know what I mean? So yeah, I gotta think for myself and my daughter. So,
For sure.
yeah.
Have you ever felt completely lost or alone? And who or what inspired you to keep pushing?
Yeah, I never felt lost or alone. Yeah, I done felt lost a few times on what's my next move. I done hit rock bottom where I felt like I wasn't where I was supposed to be at. You know what I mean? Everybody else my age is moving right along, and I wasn't. You know what I mean? You know, and I done felt alone a couple times. But I think I'm I don't know. I don't want to say I'm pretty much numb now, but or maybe I know how to deal with loss or things like that a little bit more because I done lost friends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I done lost like my close friend Gigi, for instance, elementary. Uh, my boy baby Snugs. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, everybody I'll be super 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 tight with. You know what I'm saying? I end up losing them at one point, but I guess it's how I go when you outside in the streets or whatever. But yeah, I done felt both of those before. But I used to think I'm strong though. I end up overcoming everything I go through. You know what I mean? I think I'm strong. So I just keep faith in God. You know what I'm saying? And push through it. You know?
So God is definitely like what inspires you to push forward.
My kids, man, my kids and my family would inspire me to push forward. But you know what I mean? When I need something to land on, you know, I pray to God. Although I should do it more, you know what I'm saying? I ain't as disciplined. I don't go to church like that. But you know, when moms ask me, I may go sometime. But what keep me going is my kids, my daughters. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. If they daddy gone, then what? You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I raised my oldest daughter. I ain't gonna say by myself because I got a lot of family. Our family real deep. You know what I mean? But I had custody of my oldest daughter since she was single digits. You know what I mean? So that'd be more motivation, like you know what I'm saying, because her mom was absent for a good period of time. So if if I go catch a case or I end up getting killed out here, then what? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that'd be my motivation to you know keep at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what do you believe your purpose in life is, and how did you know what you wanted to do?
Uh, I think my purpose is to inspire people. Cause if you know my backstory, all I was doing was influencing people to do the wrong things. You know what I mean? So now I got a cold story. I can inspire people instead of influence them. You know what I mean? And with that, I could use that same tool, and I'm in front of the cameras every week, and I can inspire people with my story. They could know they get shot like I got shot. It ain't over. You can still get out here and get your money on and get to the bread. You know what I mean? Even when I got shot the way I got shot, I got married after that. Wrote to my spouse, my then wife, had a new daughter. You know what I mean? Like, you just keep going. So, you know what I mean? I just think my purpose is to inspire people. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to influence people no more. I think it's a difference. I was influence people to do the wrong thing. You know what I mean? When you influence somebody, you kind of like uh talking them into it. They trying to, you know what I'm saying, lead them into something, influence them. But when you inspire somebody by watching you, they just doing it. You know what I mean? They inspired to do it. You ain't even got to too much tell them nothing. You just show them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think my thing is to inspire, and with that, I'm doing a podcast thing. I'm interviewing. I could send a message. You know what I mean? That go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you find community, and how do you stay close in the chaos of everyday life?
How I stay close? Well, I used try to keep saying, don't let the worldly things drive me crazy. You know what I mean? And then, I'm close knit with my community and my family. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. I don't do no crazy drugs or whatever. I might sip a little Hennessy and get right or whatever. You know what I mean? When I'm hanging out with a female friend or a podcast and interviewing, but yeah, and I stay close knit. I also I do gang prevention and intervention. So I'm tapped into my community. You know what I'm saying? So I believe can't take from the community and not give back. So, I give back by trying to detour the youth from knowing what I did. You know what I mean? So I did a lot of messing up. Went to jail for attempted murder at 13, and after that it didn't stop. The jail thing continued. So if I could detour somebody younger than me, to do the right thing before they get a reputation people won't forgive, or you get a pocket full of felonies and you then mess your life up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm here for it. You know what I mean?
And that's in Inglewood?
Yeah, Inglewood. Yeah, Inglewood. But it started Inglewood, but I deal with different communities also, because people that do the same type of work I do, they from Watts, South Central, Compton. You know what I'm saying? So we all in contact, so we work hand in hand. You know what I mean? So yeah, but yeah, it starts in Inglewood. It starts and finishes Inglewood, but it go beyond that.
I love that.
Yeah.
What do you feel has been your greatest accomplishment so far, and has your idea of success changed over the years?
My greatest accomplishment is evolving. Is evolving because everybody, I think pretty much everybody from outside looking in thought I'd either be dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? So overcoming what everybody thought where I end up at. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it shifted because your goals should get greater as you go on. Like, you shouldn't stay stagnant. Like, if your goal is 100,000, and after you get close to 100,000, it should be 500,000. After 500,000, it should be 1,000,000, and you should keep growing. So, you know what I mean? My goals at one point ain't what they is now. So right now, I'm getting to the chalupa, and content creating and just podcasting. That ain't just where I'm going with it. You know what I mean? I want to have a large content space where I could have some content creators up under me and put out content myself, and I can employ others, and you know what I'm saying, and keep going with that. You know what I'm saying? Get some real estate, some property, because when everything else slow down, you can always do it up in the real estate game. You know what I mean? Get some property and play Monopoly. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, it goes perfectly to my next question. Do you have any goals or ambitions for the next 5 to 10 years?
The next 5 years, well, like I said, your goals always gonna change, because I got a daughter that's 9 and one that's 18, and my daughter's 18. She about to have a son, so therefore I'm about to have a grandson. So now,
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you. Now I got a plan for my grandson also in the next 5 years. So now I'm about to start putting some funds to the side, bank account. You know what I'm saying? So his, you know what I'm saying, start some money for the side. So his thing, put a CD together or whatever, it start growing for him. You know what I'm saying? So next 5 years, man, I ain't got it yet. I need to own a home in the next 5 years. You know what I mean? And then make sure my grandson in the best, you know what I'm saying, situation at the time. that I'm gonna put him in, and his mama go put him in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he's straight, and that's what it is, man. Make sure my family straight.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So what are some words of wisdom that you want to pass on to future generations?
Losers focus on the winner. Winners focus on the finish line. So just focus on your goal. You know what I mean? Don't worry about what everybody else doing. Don't even consider competition. Don't even worry about what's going on. Like, just worry about you and the goal you set, and then reach that. You know what I'm saying? Set a milestone and reach that. You know what I mean? Me, I don't look at nobody's competition. I'm my own worst enemy, my biggest competitor, and then I'm just trying to beat what I did yesterday, do better than what I did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Focus on you, man. Get your money on. For sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me on this interview. I enjoyed listening to your story. It was a pleasure having you.
No, thanks for having me. I appreciate it, for real.
All right. That's a wrap for today. And if you guys want to see more, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. See you guys next time on Life Stories with Marianne.